Another Bond movie?
Yeah!
Another one.
You don't sound excited.
Well, we've got Homeland now. We don't need Bond anymore.
You've got Homeland, we don't need Bond?
Yeah. Homeland's way better than the Bond movies.
What are you saying?
I don't know. I went to see one. I went to see Casino Royale because they build it as it's nothing like a Bond film. It's totally different. And it was just another Bond film.
What was a Bond film?
Yeah, I know.
If your issue with a Bond film is it's just a Bond film.
These ones, they go, it's darker and grittier. Oh. It'd be darker if he had to get Ryanair flights everywhere. Sight of Bond kneeling beside the check-in desk, stuffing underwear in his pockets.
Judi Dench for the premiere had 007 in diamantes on her neck. And not a lot of people know she had a vajazzle. That's how you could hear her coming. She was sort of crunching down the road.
Well, thanks for putting that image in my head. In this one, he drinks Heineken, not martinis. That's the big sort of fuss has been made about the product placement.
There's one scene, though, where he has to punch a woman and he switches to Stella.
I've never understood product placement for adults. Like, in children's films, I can understand it, because children just go, oh, I want that on a lunchbox. But, like, are they implying that men are going to go to a pub and think, well, I don't usually drink Heineken, but if I have a pint now, everyone will think I'm James Bond. My tip for a film, if you're making a film and you get a theme tune, get someone to sing the theme tune who can pronounce some of the words that are in the theme tune.
What's your issue with the theme tune?
She cannot speak.
Is this Adele? Lovely Adele. I won't have a word said against her.
Adele, or as I'm sure she says it, Adele. The first 3 times I heard it, I thought it was a song about scaffold. Scaffold.
I put forward a Bond theme and they didn't go for it.
Well, that's a shame. What was yours?
Bond on a bike, Bond on a boat. Bond with his hands around a villain's throat. Skyfall, Skyfall. Bond on a bike, Bond on a Skyfall, Skyfall. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Hey! Is that the best dance routine, do you think, Louis?
Well, that's playing the piano.
I quite like that, and I would have put a head roll at the end.
Let's try again.
Bond on a bike, Bond on a bike, Bond on a bike, and round it. Right, then.
We're getting a new labelling system for food. It's basically saying, oh, poor people are stupid. They go into a supermarket and they pick up Haribo Tang Fastics and they think it's fruit. People know what shit food is. The reason they eat shit food is because they work all day in an office with people they hate. They're working in a job that they're told every day they're going to lose, and then they go back to a shitty flat that they can't afford to buy. And do you know what they think? I don't fancy couscous for tea. Do you know what I fancy? A mixing bowl full of Viennetta and chips that I eat with my fist.
John. What happened there? It was quite a depressing thought, and then at the end, you pulled it back with Viennetta and chips, and everyone went, oh.
Shit food is the only joy some people get. And it's cheap as well. People don't shop. They don't buy bad food. They buy bad food because it's cheaper. They just go, oh, shitty pie, £1. Lovely. That'll make me feel temporarily less alone. And it doesn't make any... There's a reason they call it a traffic light system. It's because it's the same as traffic lights on the roads. If it's amber or red, you just do it faster and hope no one sees you.
It's confusing because the traffic light thing for me, I only think of them as, like, you know, the traffic light parties where green means you're up for it. And I accidentally f***ed a chicken wrap.
I'm not familiar with the traffic light party. And what happens?
You wear a green shirt if you're up for it, amber if you're not sure, and red if you're definitely out. I've always been an amber gambler.
Nice. So do you watch the calories? Do you watch what you eat?
No, I just exercise, so I don't get fat. But the thing is now when people go shopping, innit, you're going to be looking in their basket, and if they're full of red and they're fat, you are going to think you're greedy fat And then if they're, you know, if they're sort of going in between, they've got a bit of amber and a bit of green, you're like, well, give them a go. Do you know what I mean? If they're all green, then you know they're gay or in PR.
You cannot imply that only gay people eat vegetables.
No, but green.
Have you seen that programme on Channel 4, The Food Hospital?
The food hospital.
People that are sick go there and they get cures with different diets and stuff, but it's really good for making you eat healthily or just not eat. Because it's on at like 8 o'clock. So the last couple of times we've been eating and it's on, and they're doing this fibre challenge and they keep showing you different pictures of poo, like while you're trying to eat.
So you're saying your dieting tip is look at pictures of poo
Well,
while you're eating?
It puts you off your food.
I think you want to go with a guy who's got more than one channel on his television. You come round my house, we'll watch the football, we'll stick the Simpsons on, I got DVDs. I've got the whole works. If you don't like watching while you eat, well, I'm your man.
I got an iPad, and the slogan should be like a shit computer. Because my computer does everything better than it. So the only possible use for an iPad then would be as a very luxurious chopping board. And then maybe you could have a comedy playing to counteract the onion crying. Everything would balance out. Either that, or maybe I'll get 6 of them and tile my hole with them. And then when I go to answer the front door, it'd be like Michael Jackson and Billie Jean.
Rachel, are you going to get one of these?
Well, I had this debate with my husband a little while ago, but I still don't see the point of that, because once you've got one size and the other size, then it doesn't do anything extra, does it? But I'd get his cast-off, so whenever he buys the new one, I get the old one, so I might encourage him to get one.
You get the old one once he's finished with it?
Yeah. I'm quite happy
You're
with it.
earning, aren't you? You can.
You know, do I need another one of a different size, or do I want to buy a pair of shoes? It's a bit of a no-brainer.
We're still talking about the iPad or your husband.
Still
If you need a smaller one, I'm willing to step in.
Louis, do you get dressed up on Halloween?
I have.
What was your finest hour?
I think my pussy. I've got...
A cat costume? Well, because of course you were
I was in Cats, so I have the original magical Mr. Mistopheles, so I slip him on and he's...
You didn't go dressed as a pussy because that's terrifying to you.
I was very surprised by it. It sort of seemed to appear suddenly about 10 years ago, this excitement about Halloween. I grew up, there was no even mention of it. You know,
it was just
basically
regular...
There were satanic rituals that we go to, and
well, satanic rituals and then
animals and the youngest boy child of the village. But we wouldn't call it Halloween in those days. They were very much about our Lord Satan and thanking him for a year of evil. But suddenly, thank you, brethren. I'll see you at the next lodge meeting. I'll be wearing the golden hooves.
Now, how do you deal with trick-or-treaters, then? Do people come to your... Do they not come and knock on the door?
They
and
do
get a
come and knock
cheery,
on the
lovely
door.
face?
Yeah, give them sweets, yeah. Give them sweets. The weird thing is, you have a bowl of sweets and some kids just go... And that's when you have to show them badge on.
I like it now that, because you get cream eggs and then they start calling them scream eggs. That means it's time for Halloween. But there's no other ones you can do. I've written to all the chocolate companies. The only one I've come up with is Boost.
David, what are you on? Facebook or...?
I mean, I don't use... well, yeah. I mean, the main function of Facebook is to look at pictures of your ex-girlfriend on holiday with her current boyfriend and look through 200 photographs till you find one where she's just got a slight look of regret in her eyes.
Let's see if Twitter, Facebook and social networking is one of the top uses of the internet. Of course it is. Of course.
The Olympic torch has landed on these shores and we are watching it
go round
the country.
Interminably.
It started in Cornwall. That's because they flew Ryanair, and that's actually that's their London airport. London, Cornwall, we're landing in. And then it's going around the country with various people carrying it aloft.
Yeah, little Will.I.am.
Yeah.
Carried it. He's miniature, half a Corbett.
Is he?
Yeah, half a Corbett.
Half a Corbett. Is that how we measure celebrity now?
Yes, and it's very heavy for him, but he's been carrying it.
Can we just call him William? His name is William. just because he can't punctuate doesn't mean I don't call myself Jay on.
Who's will.i.am? Is he in the Olympics?
No.
He's brilliant, and he's on The Voice. He sits on the chair, his feet don't touch the floor.
Why is he holding the torch?
The reason he's doing it, the reason will.i.am's carrying it, is because he's Corgi registered. As a gas fitter. Drogba's. I didn't know this, but he's a fully qualified gas engineer. He worked for EDF for a while. It's very special fire, though, isn't it? It's the Olympic. It's the Olympic fire, and it's apparently it's very cathartic for people who come out to see it, because anyone who sees the flame go past instantly forgets they didn't get tickets.
There have been some fantastic protests. Did you read about that guy in Taunton who threatened to set fire to his camper van? I'm not quite sure what he was protesting against.
I've got a camper van. Every time you make a cup of tea, technically you're threatening to set fire to it.
Nick, are you excited about this? Are you excited about the flame?
No.
What about the Olympics more generally? Are you...
It's nice. So, like, on buses and stuff, they're, like, saying, oh, let's pretend like the rest of the world is like our mum. And if you had a flat, you'd tidy up your flat and make it look nice for when your mum came over. And London's your flat. So let's all tidy it up, because people might come round and see what a shithole it is. And it's just like, we live here, and they shouldn't be making us do all of the work. Like, oh, if you pick up your own litter, you do it. You do it. Just because there's someone coming over from Germany, right, or another country, right, doesn't mean that we should be on our special best behaviour. You should be on your special best behaviour all the time. Don't patronise us.
Sorry, Nick.
My mum doesn't visit, it's fine.
I like the fact that Sean's got Nick on his team and John's got David. It looks like we're filling a quota of homeless men.
Oh, let's just check the Channel 4 lady ratings when this show goes out. Having me and Helm on the same show, it's like, don't cross the streams. Ah! This is the sexiest thing that's ever been on TV.
Oh, David Doherty does not own a mirror. He has also never spoken to a lady.
I'm incredible at ladies. I'd just like to make that clear.
You're incredible at ladies.
If you say so, yes, I am.
Most people found their wedding day more stressful than enjoyable. True or false? Claudia, what do you think? Is it more stressful than
getting
enjoyable?
married is obviously hideous. Of course it's stressful. I don't know. I had a glass of wine and had to have a nap at my own wedding. I can't drink wine, I fall fast asleep.
Really?
Yeah, I had to sleep in my dad's lap. Looked weird.
It's stressful just going to a wedding. Everyone I've been invited to, because I'm single, you get sat on the table with all the frigging single people. I will put the couples together and we'll have a table full of twats and we'll all watch them.
They're not single people, John, they're children.
Why do people think that a wedding has to be something that financially cripples them for the rest of their lives?
Because it's such a big thing, though. As a pressure of a man, if I looked at a woman and said, I really want to marry you, but let's really keep them costs down.
Can I just say for the record, John, that I do think at some stage you will say that to a girl. Are you married, Kate?
I am married, yes.
You are married.
I give you a quick Google
Would you?
before.
Oh, you did?
I did. I Googled you before. And I read that you enjoy being nude and keeping bees.
Yeah. Have you not heard of nude beekeeping?
It strikes me as a health
It's
and
an
safety
Olympic
nightmare, to be
sport.
honest.
What was the first bit of that? The keeping bees, I understand.
Yeah.
So what was the first bit?
Being nude.
Is that your...
Well, it's not something...
Because you're a naturalist, not a naturist. Or
Yes, no, that's true. But sometimes there's just times when life feels good and it's nice just to dance around with no clothes on.
But there'd be no point of wearing the hat if that was the only thing you were wearing.
Don't finish.
I want to see the circuitry. I want to see that bit at the back where you switch him on.
You actually turn me on around the front. Top animal people wish could speak.
Well, I think they would say their own pet. I think most people would prefer to have a conversation with their cat than they would with their husband.
Are there problems at home?
I would like an otter to speak. I don't want it to be an obvious animal. I don't want it to be like a goldfish, even though I'm a goldfish whisperer.
Sorry, you're a goldfish whisperer.
I have had a goldfish for literally 11 years.
OK, I'm going to say now, and I don't want you to be unhappy with me, but I'm going to say your husband has been replacing that fish on a regular basis.
Her tail has grown quite a lot. Sometimes she looks quite different.
Are you just finding out now that this goldfish...
Don't. And also, yeah, I don't want to believe it. It's like when the dog actually, I believe it is living on a farm.
Your dog went to live on a farm?
I don't want to talk about it.
Wait until you hear about your grandparents. Nick, if any animal could talk, what animal would you most like to...
There's a really skinny cat outside our house that comes over every day. And I just want to know what it wants.
If that dog that won that talent contest a few weeks ago, if that could talk, that would be just... Can I please go back to licking my balls for 6 hours a day?
I think the point about if animals could talk is it'd be incredibly boring, because animals are stupid. Just be basically going, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry. There's a bit of food. I'm horny, I'm horny, I'm horny. I'm going to kill that, I'm going to kill that. I'm hungry again, I'm hungry again. But birds are just... I mean, the most interesting thing a bird might say is your nesty.
Not the robin redbreast.
Yeah, you said
Actually,
right.
the robin is
redbreast
quite
is a
vicious.
total...
I've always thought I wanted dogs to talk, and then I suddenly realised it'd just be really degrading for them. Because what are they going to say? They just have to keep coming in and going, I have shat all over the garden. I'll be honest, I went in the bin last night. Something's disagreed with me. It's carnage out there. I'm trying to move away from it. It's all up the wall. Oh, God, I can't clean. These are paws. I can't. I'm really sorry. You have got a job on your hands.
Obsessed by technology?
I would have said I was a tech addict. I've been a tech addict all my life, but I'm now getting to this point where everyone is a tech addict, and I'm finding it slightly repellent.
My feeling is that we've lost what I call shite talk, which is where 10 years ago an entire evening of conversation could be based around an easily verifiable untrue fact. You know, somebody like, do you remember when Wesley Snipes was in Grange Hill? Yeah, I think I do. And someone's just like, not true. Hashtag I'm so lonely.
What annoys me is I think people have lost is just the ability to look out of a window on a train. People can't. They sit there looking at old text messages, conversations you've had in the past, because you can't bear to think for a second. Like old people didn't do. They didn't get on a bus with a shoebox full of letters.
I mean, it's all well and good with the fancy things, but to be honest, I got a new Hoover recently with a spectacularly fast cable recoil on it. You know what I mean? And because all of that sort of technology just exists in the realm of wizardry, but then you put your foot on this, yoink, and you're like, future, I like it. I do aspire to once being trapped somewhere with just the Hoover, and then I'd get the plug end, and I'd fire it up like that, and then just hit the button, hold on to it, and
Wow. It's interesting the way they invented that was that someone who was hoovering, needed to get out of there fast. There's a situation where they're hoovering and think, I better get out of here. Bang! We're gone.
The X Factor is so done, isn't it? Who's gone on to have a great career from the X Factor?
One Direction.
Well, that's it. How many years has it been on? 11th, we're in the 11th year.
I mean, I've done pretty well since I won it. Granted, it was a different show then. I'd be like, at the end, I'd be like, fax me, vote for me by fax. And I think the fax mine.
Oh, do they still do that on it as well? Call. Don't you hate that?
I
You know, the
hate that.
contestants.
It's like, if the is dog you are not going to convince me by doing that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I hated everything you... Oh, you want me to phone? Yeah, I will do, yeah.
Yeah, well, you say that. I don't like the song on the Gay Exchange advert, but I call.
What was that number again?
08785
That's where I know you from. OK, John, who do you think's going to win?
The Italian one, because that's what they said on Gogglebox. And that's where I get all of my X Factor knowledge from. They said the Italian one who likes dogs is going to win it.
I can't believe he's not going to win it, Dad. You're such a idiot.
He said it.
One of them on the X Factor said he seduced a lady who may also have been on the X Factor, but he said he got to 6th base. I think that's where you take a while she's brushing your teeth. I think that's it. You're so comfortable.
Is that the really incredible, talented Stevie dude? Didn't he go out for dinner with Simon Cowell to a harvester or something?
It's actually called Harvester, not Harvester, but I made the same mistake.
Sorry,
I had no idea.
How many things are allowed?
Oh, you're allowed loads of them, don't panic.
No C words, though. We're not allowed
No
any
C words?
Fancy the C word at some point.
OK, lovely, no
Brilliant,
problem.
thanks.
She's going to play the C word at some point. What do you think of Simon Cowell? People criticised Stevie Ritchie for being cheesy this week. This is how he responded. That's pretty distressing. I think his belly button's winking at me.
Why did he have, like, sports socks and sweatbands on?
Because he's like sort of the new Sporty Spice.
Is he? Is he Sporty X Factor?
He's the new Sporty Spice. Look at
It's a waste of good cheese, that. I like a laugh, so I have the triangle one, but there's no need for the blue cheese there to get involved. His cock clearly isn't there.
I think he might have gone mental. Yeah. I've got another one.
Sounds of cheese, jokes.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Sean Lock, everyone.
Shame it wasn't Parmesan or some other hard cheese. Hard.
His publicist said, damn, that was a bad idea.
These jokes could breathe better.
Yeah.
Let's see if X Factor's up there. Yes, Cheryl's been accused of miming on the X Factor. The X Factor ratings have embarrassed Simon Cowell. He's really lost face and then replaced that face with a much bigger, wonkier face. Hello and welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats Uncut, a show all about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, 1.5 million Britons would like to be buried with their mobile phone? And if you answer it when you're sitting behind me in the cinema, you will be. 1 in 20 people have held a party for their cat's birthday. Even the cat's thinking, this is a bit tragic. And 22% of nightclub hookups are one-night stands. Yeah, who would have thought the guy you tugged off in a toilet cubicle 2 minutes after meeting him in Hollywood's nightclb Romford wouldn't turn out to be the love of your life? But if you are watching, Darren, call me. Okay, fingers on buzzers, 2 more things still to get. What do you think?
People are scared of going to the dentist, aren't they? I know you're not, but some people are.
I was wondering about your teeth. Do you have are these for best, those teeth? Do you have a set for just wearing at home?
Yeah, these are for special, these are for best.
There's your best teeth.
Do you know, I'm upset, Mr. Carr, because Cheryl Cole was voted best smile in this country. And I feel like you deserved that.
I don't know if she's got the best smile. I think Ryland has got the best smile. Yeah, take a look at Ryland.
Is that real?
Yeah, Armitage Shanks did his. That's incredible. That's...
Is that genuine? That's his teeth?
Those are his teeth, yeah. OK, so, Catherine, you recently tweeted that you were quoted £6,000 to straighten your teeth. Let's have a look at the tweet. I can't see what they would have done. They're fine.
Well, if I had £6,000, I'd sort out my willy finger syndrome, because...
Oh, yeah, you have got a touch of the willy fingers there, haven't you?
Each one of my fingers looks like a small penis.
Well, that's small.
I had to get a brace the year before last I got punched in the face in a Chinese takeaway. Yeah. There was a drunk man in, and he was being racist to the man behind the counter, and so that does not happen when the D-man's around.
Sure, the enforcer.
I told him to shut up, and so he swung, but he was so drunk, he went that way and fell over that way, and so I stepped back, and then he went that way, and he fell that way, and, like, this could have gone on for hours. But the man behind the counter, the victim, just looked up, had missed what had gone on before, and just saw two pricks fighting, and he jumped over the counter and punched me in the face. It knocked that tooth back a quarter of an inch.
That's a good dental story, but not the best dental story. This is the best dental story. Last year, a dentist in Poland was treating her ex-boyfriend for toothache after he dumped her. She knocked him unconscious, knocked him out with the drugs, and then she removed all 32 of his teeth.
Whoa.
I imagine he said... Tinchy, are you scared of the dentist?
No, I'm not. That's one thing I'm not scared of.
Yay! We found it! OK, let's see if going to the dentist is in our top 3. Yes, going to the dentist. When I was a kid, I was scared of the dentist. He was a paedophile. Sean, Claudia, Jack, what have the nation been talking about?
You thought anything? What's happened to you?
The horse sandwiches.
Oh, the horse sandwiches.
They've been talking about horse.
The horse sandwiches is a really nice way of putting it.
I'd love a horse sandwich. Who doesn't? Yeah, but it was the burgers, and they got tested, and it's full of horse and badger.
Don't know if there was badger in it, but there was definitely... And it happened in Ireland, didn't they? They tested the burgers, and they said this has got... It's 30% horse was one of the burgers.
Good.
Have you eaten horse?
Yeah, I've eaten horse, yeah.
What? I've eaten horse. Where did you eat horse?
Where do I eat horse? In a horse restaurant. A horse salad. I like it in a salad, just a big lump of horse on the top. I like salad niçoise, where you have a piece of tuna. I just have salad, a big lump of horse on the top.
You said that the people who kind of made the horse burgers...
Yeah.
...said it was a mistake. It can't be a mistake. How do you unless they've mistaken a horse for a cow?
I think it's a bit more like, you know when you get dolphin in tuna?
Oh,
you know,
we're back to tuna again.
Yeah, and you know when you catch your cows, you go out into the field with a big net to catch a load of cows. And you bound to occasionally, you'll get a couple of horses.
Yeah. So that's why if you buy a burger, you should always get a horse-friendly burger.
Yeah. So you throw the net over and you drag them all off to the squashing plant. They just squash them flat, the burgers.
In fairness, what has happened, right? I mean, OK, some of the burgers were 29% horse, and that is a lot of horse in a burger. If you're expecting it to be a burger, you could eat a horse and cart, and it wouldn't be 29% horse. In fact, though, some of them are only like 0.01%, and they said it wasn't necessarily horse meat. It wasn't like strands of horse that you pull out between your teeth. It was horse DNA. And that could be anything. And I'll stop you there, Jimmy. What that could have been, that could have been the horse in the field who said, "Where are my mates gone?" And all the cows, I'm going to follow their footpath, and I'm going to find them. And they follow them all the way into an abattoir and see that they've been turned into burgers. And the horse just cried into the burgers. That is enough to have horse DNA in your burger. What probably could have happened.
Yeah.
I don't think it stacks up.
Horse is the very best thing to have in your burger. I mean, the shit that goes into, like, 8 burgers for 30... Like, the prices at Aldi and Lidl, I wouldn't be surprised if there was horse meat in their bananas.
Well, now you're saying...
Real shit. There's 3% jockey in those Tesco burgers. Just fucking grinding stuff in.
There's also a case of, they haven't tested haggis. I mean, what's in that? I would say a punt on at least 5% meerkat. I think all this fuss about horse burgers, do people know about glue?
Good point.
It's horses. Your Pritt stick is probably 25% Shergar.
The imagination that came up with the idea when you look at a horse, that would be sticky.
Yeah.
If you do the right things to it, and why just horses? You know, people look at cows and it's not going to work the same way.
Yeah. Horse. It's a similar one with lobsters, actually. You know, you imagine the person who first dredged up probably the scariest looking animal on the earth from the bottom of the sea and went, you know what? Let's boil that alive and have it for a starter. Be delicious.
What's the weirdest meat you've had?
I've had reindeer, delish,
Yeah.
until my kid said, you ate Rudolph. I was like, are you still believing in Rudolph? He's 18. But I'd eat anything. Hamster.
Is there anything? Is there anything at all? I didn't say anything. Want to be good.
Don't be ridiculous. I'm Jewish.
If you eat meat all the time, the chances are, like every football game you go to, some bloke comes up with a caravan that he's stuck a grill in, and he goes, you want meat? And you just go, yeah, it's £2, and then you eat it. You don't know what's in there. Could be bloody anything, couldn't it? They did investigations at all the football grounds, and one of the things I read was Swansea City were selling out-of-date pate. I just thought, what's happened to football? Swansea City fans at games going, Bryn, does this pate taste like to you? It's a bit tart. I can't tell if that's because the apricot's clashing with the cardamom or if it's...
Let's have a look and see if horse sandwiches is up there. Yes, indeed. People have been talking about there are traces of horse meat have been found in several supermarket burgers. Silvercrest Food, one of the suppliers of the horse meat-contaminated burgers, is said to be an award-winning company. And it turns out the award they won was the Grand National in 2012. John Steen, what else has the nation been talking about?
Is it Splash?
Oh, come on.
I've been talking about it.
Have you not been watching Splash?
Well, no, not all the time. I've been doing other things as well.
I watched it because I got told it was the worst thing on telly ever, and it just wasn't. It's just people splashing in a pool a bit.
It's Eddie Eagle in a mankini, jumping off a diving board. What is not to like?
Well, let's have a little look at Eddie the Eagle jumping.
Ladies and gentlemen, flap your wings. It's Eddie the Eagle Edwards.
Let's take a look at Eddie.
What's not to like?
He went through, right, and he said, now I've gone through, people are going to rethink that I'm a loser. I'm not watching that, Eddie. No one was looking at that going, there's one of life's winners.
Oh, no, that was... I'm sorry, did we watch the same thing? I thought that was amazing.
That was phenomenal.
That was phenomenal. He got, number one, he made it up, all the way up there, which I couldn't do.
He used to be a ski jumper.
It's a good point.
Yeah. It's a lot more scary. It should be called Strictly Come Gravity. It's they found something any celebrity can do, which is fall off things.
Well, I beg to differ, Sean. Have a look at this. Not every celebrity can do it. I thought we couldn't top the Olympics. But they've absolutely nailed it, haven't they?
That was her goal, because at the beginning, she couldn't even jump in. They had to tip her into the pool.
Well, you think he's joking? He's not. Look.
Tom had the marvellous idea of introducing a nappy mat. And so he tipped me in. Like a bit of cargo that has to be just shunted into the water like a cruise ship.
You know when the Americans buried Bin Laden at sea? That's how I imagine it looks.
Do you know what that reminded me of? You know sometimes when you've got a tin of condensed soup and you tip it in the pan and it comes out in exactly the shape of the...
Sean, David, Tim, your turn first.
Well, I think we've got Tim here. We'll go for the gentleman who looks like he does a bit of rap.
OK, you've chosen the rapper. Here is a clip to illustrate your question.
Boys and girls, the Lord Jesus Christ is the one who gives us new life, and he's doing a new thing for us.
You know he's doing it. God is doing a new thing. God is doing a new thing. You know he's doing it. He's doing it. He's doing a new thing. You know he's doing it. Yo, who's doing it? God is doing a new thing in our lives. So we're doing a new thing through Jesus Christ. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's me.
You know they're doing a no thing. If you're a rap star, you can put hose on expenses, whereas you can't. Can you?
Yeah. It's the same for rap stars and gardeners.
OK, so you're all going rap star?
Yes, I think so,
OK, what about over here?
I would say no one wants to be Prime Minister, do they? So...
Not even the Prime Minister wants to be Prime Minister at the moment. You know, wouldn't imagine.
It's a lot of responsibility either way. Is there an option for neither?
There is, and you are living it.
I think we're going rap star, aren't we?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I can tell you that it is false. Only 34% of people would rather be a rapper than Prime Minister. I'd mix the two and become MP Diddy. And the winner is the name of our final round. Here is your question. Top gadget that makes British people happy.
Is it Inspector Gadget?
It is not, but it should be. Top gadget. What makes you happy? What gadget has changed your life, John?
You're really asking the wrong guy in terms of, you know, most people... Generally, in my life, I would say the gadget that's blown my mind the most is the boiled egg slicer.
You just press it and it... Oh, what a joy.
It's like a little cradle, and you just put the egg to bed, and it says, all right, Mr. Egg, you're going to be... Also got a pickled onion grabber.
Is it your hand? It's not a gadget.
Well, it is for you, Mr. Vinegar Fingers.
No! Curse my vinegar fingers.
Just looks like a pen. You press it, little prongs come out like that. Pickled onion, madam. There we go.
The ladies must just swoon.
The only problem is he's had to take it next door to someone to open the jar for him. Mr. Bronson, could you open my pickled onion jar? I've got some ladies coming round.
Dinner, ladies. Top gadget, what do you think? What's the best gadget?
Well, it's got to be iPhone, hasn't it? Because
an
that's
iPhone's
got
number
music
3.
on it. I always think if I could have gone back and told myself when I was 15 that you could carry an entire record collection that was also a phone and a computer, I would have just blown my fucking mind. In your back, like it's this big. How is that even possible? It's just a daily miracle.
It is, yeah. It is basically it's magic.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of stuff in my house that if it didn't exist, you could fashion it out of twigs.
Yeah.
The iPhone, good luck. As far as I'm concerned, it's made by pixies.
I don't have an iPhone, but I have an iPod. And sometimes I pretend that my iPod is an iPhone. I'm talking to someone who's really boring. I mean, I got it. Hello? And then I go, oh, look, it's Prince.
We're all still happy with the telly, aren't we? That's still the best one.
No.
No?
No.
What's better? There's nothing better than
The
a
phone,
telly.
you can have the fucking telly on. The phone's got everything else as well.
No, it's going to be a laptop. It's going to be a laptop, definitely.
I like the iron because it keeps the missus quiet. She's happy and she's busy.
Headphones?
Headphones don't even make...
Is it a clog rack?
Is it a what?
Clog rack. Yeah, you got all your clogs. Christ,
Mine are just
put all these clogs. And you go, shit, there's a clog rack. Great. And you go, oh, thank God. You know, it's nothing better than you've got all your clogs. From all the different colours, the rainbow, all lined up. Is it a clog rack?
No. I will give you a clue.
Couldn't live without that, baby.
You were pretty close with the TV, but it's better than normal TV.
Computer.
Oh, Sky Plus.
That's the right answer.
Oh, my God, I nearly said that.
Of course. Yes, the top gadget that makes British people happy is Sky Plus. I know News International are accused of systematic criminality. They're morally retarded. They've descended from the gutter to the sewer. But seriously, Series Link has changed my life.
Strictly Come Dancing has started again.
It's back on. It's huge.
Yeah, it is huge. It's massive. Although the line-up is a bit... Well, I think most of them should bring a utility bill. I don't know who they are.
I thought there were huge stars on there.
Who?
With Vanessa Feltz. You did that.
Yeah.
I said nothing.
No, I did that as well. I've been locked in a house with Vanessa Feltz. I can testify.
Of course.
Yeah, I did.
When you did Celebrity Big Brother.
I did Comic Relief Big Brother in 2001 with Vanessa Feltz, and she is she's nuts.
How long did you last in that, Jack?
I was in the whole week. I won it, of course.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Charm and personality that shines through. Captured the nation's heart.
Exactly. People just sort of warmed to me, and
I think people kept you in because they knew it would irritate you.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, like, do you think maybe she just said, like, I'll come and do the show, but I'm just not gonna do too much because I'm a bit heavy? Yeah.
Do you mean like serious, or what do you...
No, I mean, like, seriously.
Oh, no, you're
like...
being incredibly... OK, great.
No!
I didn't realise where you were going with this, but no, I'm with you.
You can't go, no, you just called her fat. And
No,
you go,
I didn't. No, I didn't
used
call her
another
fat.
word.
I didn't say she... I didn't. Because I'm just saying she hasn't danced much, and to me, if you're going on a dancing show, you should dance.
No, in your defence, she came on my show at the start of the year, Let's Dance, and she said, I'm not going to dance. And literally, I don't know if you saw it, we lowered her from the ceiling onto a gigantic 8-foot-long cannon with her legs spread-eagled in a sequin leotard.
was that the only way you could get her in the building?
David Doherty, would you go on the show?
I was just trying to think of what it would require for me to watch it. First, it would require either a baking element or a crystal meth element. The ultimate TV show would be a combination of so like be Great British Breaking Bad Off, where they'd all cook meth, but then the judging would take ages.
John, would you do Strictly?
No, I don't dance. The only dance I do is YMCA. That's more spelling than dancing.
Sean, presumably you're pretty... I mean, you watch the show. Would you go on the show? Would you go on Strictly?
Well, you know, if my whole career fell apart in tatters and I had really no option and a lot of tax bills to pay and the situation... No, I actually didn't mean that. Sometimes you get lucky. I mean, you only go on it if your career has reached a certain point. Basically, you have to throw yourselves up into the sort of, like, tides of popularity and hope you get washed up on a beach, not smashed to pieces on the rocks.
Right, then, well, on that note, Jamelia, would you do it?
So.
What?
Honest to God, I get asked to do it every single year, and just hell no.
It's one of the 2 biggest shows on TV, so, I mean, it's...
Do you know the stupid amounts of money they offer you to do that show? I just wouldn't...
How much did they offer?
No, they're like ridiculous.
come on.
I mean, ridiculous
What,
amounts
tell
of
us?
money. You can buy a house, put it that way. And
Yeah, but you live in Birmingham.
No. Yeah.
Okay, well, let's just have a brief musical interlude while John shows us his dancing.
hate being made to dance. I'll dance on my own in my kitchen. And that is the only... A girl... I was at a wedding the other week, and a girl kept going, oh, yeah, why don't you go and have a dance? I said, I don't want to dance. She went, are you boring? And I went, yeah, and you're talking to me.
The American budget, they can't pass a budget. Loads of state-run organisations, departments have had to close because they can't be currently funded.
Loads of things. So tourist destinations have closed as well. So the Statue of Liberty's closed, the Grand Canyon, Alcatraz, museums...
How'd they close the Grand Canyon? Did they put a tarpaulin over it?
I think it's just a massive zip. It just goes zip. Nothing to see, move on.
Statue of Liberty's just sat down with a cigarette.
All of these things, can't you see them from a distance anyway? I don't really see what the... You know...
You're not even allowed to look at them, or you're... even if you cast a glance at the Statue of Liberty, you're a scab.
Especially with my crazy googly eyes.
Pretty adorable, right? Oh. Look at that happy little creature. Sean, you look grumpy.
I don't get it. Do not understand. But the reason I mean, I don't understand how people have animals in their homes. I don't understand that. We built homes to keep animals out. What's he done?
Genuinely never seen John look happier. Look at his little face. It's almost cuter than the dog. It won't by me. It's a boa constrictor.
Do you know it won't?
Huh?
Go on, boa.
Really
look how it
It's amazing.
It likes you, Jimmy, because you're cold-blooded as well.
Oh, feels like some of my shoes.
Oh, hang on. Oh, round the neck, actually, you can really feel how they do their thing. Let's see how close he gets.
Yeah,
maybe. It's fine. I'm not too worried. Oh, hang on. Oh, you little flirt. That is nice. Oh, it's nice to hold something that thick and powerful.
Taking a hit for the team here.
A hit of pure poison.
Just holding that completely still.
No,
Jimmy, I'm gonna do something terrible to you.
You're being incredibly brave and handsome, Steve. Wow. OK, we can say goodbye to the spider. Thank you so much. We've got expert handlers in with us today. That was incredible to see. You guys just you bolted when that came on.
Would you have held the spider?
The only thing I want to see with 8 legs in my house is a KFC bucket. No, you didn't like the snake, you loved the puppy, didn't like the spider. Let's bring in a tiger. Can we bring on a baby tiger? Let's bring on a tiger.
Me.
So we've got a lovely tiger. Sometimes if a tiger's being a little bit active...
That's an actual tiger.
That's an actual tiger.
Oh
there you go.
God.
Hang on.
Wow.
John, Sean, would you like to come over and have a stroke?
No.
I want
You sure, John?
I'm pretty close to having a stroke from over here, to be honest.
I mean, that is a massive tiger. Just see if you find this relaxing.
How
That
old
is a
is the-
tiger
how old
cub.
is the tiger?
So he's about 14 weeks old, and when they get to, 4 months, you can no longer do this.
Not that nice.
Just about a month. We're hoping for a month he'll still be like this.
You have a month like this.
It's amazing.
Oh, he loves his bottle, doesn't he? Yes, he does. So our handlers are incredibly well-trained and experienced, and I think they're going to lay down their own lives when he finishes this milk so that I'm not harmed.
Take the bottle out, see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah, why don't you put your head there and I'll do that.
I like that someone somewhere has just switched on this show for the first time and gone, 8 out of 10 cats. It is about cats.